These TrueTooth replicas of teeth are really amazing for their anatomic accuracy, for the fact that we can print as many as we want and continue practicing the same problem over and over until we become competent at it. But it's still not a real tooth. So there are a couple of things that you need to be aware of. It is heat-resistant polymer, so it doesn't gum up when you use a high speed. It's not grabby, exceptionally grabby when you put rotary files in, depending on the file. But a couple things that will help you out. One, during access with a high speed, I turn my electric high speed down to half speed. I can do the access just as well at the higher speed, but I'm literally dropping through the material and there's less resistance. Half speed gives me more of the feel of diamond burr, for instance, on dentin. Another thing to consider, the material is softer than dentin. That's a problem in terms of being very easy to ledge. It's actually good because unless you have your act together, you're getting your files bent correctly and you're putting them in the correct direction, you're going to make the end of the root more complicated than it even was when you started. And that's actually a good thing. So keep an eye on the files during initial negotiation. If you're heading off direction, record that mental image in your head so that you can operate this thing better in the future. And ultimately, you know, what our ultimate goal is, you learn how to treat this in transparency, and then you use the opaque tooth to give yourself a test. And that's pretty cool, because then you're going to have to truly mentally image your bent files and do it by feel instead of by looking directly. But aside from that, I think you're going to have a great time with these. Every time I go into them, I feel the same sense of anticipation as going into a tooth, because the pulp chamber floor looks just exactly the same. The canal orifices, the apices, the curvatures, the fins, exactly the authentic anatomy that we find in teeth.